Hey everybody, we're back for our second part of our LoDinpo loadout. We got it. This is going to be part two. As I said, we do have this survival kit that we got from LoDinpo, and they did have some other items that I wanted to check out so we can kind of flesh out a better survival kit. I think that there's definitely some potential with this company. Whether this stuff's like worth a ding, that remains to be seen. But we will definitely get back with that. And so today we're looking at this right here. Alright, this is very compact, but very useful stuff here. And let's see if they surprise me with what they included in it. Okay, so here to use, how to use table pocket stove, how to start a fire. So yeah, so basically this is a stove. It's a little fire kit. So we're gonna check this out. Alright, it does have, oh, it's got plastic on it still. Alright, so we got to get that off. Alright, let's see here. Now, this one is similar to one of those foldable stoves that I'm sure you've all seen. But this one looks like it had a really good design to it. And that's one of those reasons when I saw it and I said, you know what? That looks like something that is worth picking up, because there's a lot to be said for these stoves. So far we're looking pretty good. We get all this plastic off. Pretty heavy construction. And inside we have a fire kit to go along with it. Ooh. Wow. Now, we got one of these in our ReadyWise survival $70 survival kit, and it did come with some fuel tablets, which is fine, but fuel tablets are only half of this little guy's strength. So you have your standard foldable stove, right? You got your, you have that one, and you have this one. But this actually has a cap to it, as well as more plastic. We're at plastic on everything. All right. Now, we did get that Dragonfire one in our gear pack that came with these shields as well, but as you can see, these ones so you can set this up like this, right? And you can actually feed twigs in here, so you can make a decent little twig stove. And then you can put like you set your cup on top of it so you can boil your water. You could set you could set like a grill on top of there. But yeah, I like but this one here because you've got this. You set it up so you can feed it from the front without using the fuel tabs. You also have a second shield, so you can actually, if it's really windy, you have like all around shielding. You can still put your cap on, and then you can feed from the top as well. So I like that. I thought it was a pretty cool. The way this thing packs down is really nice, and then it closes up, and then you have compact container. More plastic. You have your compact container there, but it also came with an actual fire starting kit. So here we have one of those. You light your jute twine, you light your fire, you pull it down, and it snuffs it out. So you have like a long match essentially. So that's pretty cool. You also got one of these safety knives, Yin Guang. So I'm not sure what that's actually for, but use a knife or the scraper from the magnesium rod to shave off the wax from within. Then fray the fibers of the rope as shown in the red box. So it tells you how to use this. Right? It shows you how to set up your stove. Use the flame to ignite other longer lasting combustibles. Combine cotton and pregnant tinders at the base. Gently scrape a small amount of magnesium onto them in ignition. Strike the magnesium bar. Yeah. And so you also get, we have another one of these really nice magnesium fire bars, because we got one in the kit already, so now we have like double duty. But the great thing about this one though, and this is only half the kit, right? There's two parts to this kit that I purchased. This is the first part. The other's gonna add to something else, but as you can see, it all just closes up in there. Then we have the cap here to keep it from accidentally opening. Oh, and there's more in here. Oh, there's our cotton balls that they were talking about. So, and this is a pretty good kit. We can improve on this, but we have this nice little bag here. Cinches down. I don't really need this one, so I know how to use those things. But when you think about the whole overall aspect of this kit, well, now we got to do some minor adjustments, but we actually have a dedicated fire kit that we can put in here. So now our LoDinpo loadout just got a little better, because now we actually have a stove that we can use inside the same kit. So that's part two. Again, there's this one came with two pieces. They shipped them separate. You can purchase them separately, but I purchased them together. I think it was a little bit cheaper at the time. But yeah, when we get that in, we'll see how to incorporate that into this. We may need to. Well, we're going to, but we're definitely going to need to add another pouch. But I might put another pouch over here. But so far, so good. This is going to be good. Throw this in the back of a car, and you're going to have, you know, the basics you need. That if you get stranded on the side of a road, you'll be able to survive for a little while. We're going to put some food in here. Maybe just like those fruit ration bars, whatever. But you got to understand, that little stove, if you have to boil water, it's important to be able to boil water. But on top of that, you also need to understand that if you have that little twig stove, if you're like an enclosed area, that's going to put off enough heat to keep you warm. So kind of, you know, you just snap twigs off, just make a pile of twigs right next to your stove, and you can just keep feeding the stove in, and then you're going to be able to keep yourself warm. In fact, let's just do it right now. I am getting a bigger office, and so when I get a bigger office, it's going to be a lot better. But look right there, you've got a metal cup attached to your hip already too. So pretty easy. Again, I saw a lot of potential with the initial kit, and then I figured, you know what, we can start adding to it with other items from LoDinpo. That way we kind of keep it, you know, kind of like a pure type kit, but we will have to add some additional stuff. Again, so far there's really no type of shelter with this, and I think that's something you definitely need to add with a kit like this. Is definitely need some shelter. But so far so good. That's what we got so far. We've added the cup, and we've added the emergency sleeping bag here. There you go. That's so far. That's our LoDinpo loadout. That's what we're going to call it. All right. Till next time, keep prepping.